Hi there, everybody. It's Fred Thomas, and you are watching Rideable TV, the YouTube channel for 80 bikes, frame and wheel, and all things bike. And today I'm going to talk about this Cycliq Fly 6 Generation 3 rear-facing bike camera. But before I do that, let me remind you that all Things Bike is a live stream talk show that explores the people, the organizations, and the culture and the gear of the cycling world. So if you have created a gadget or you're holding an event and you want to get some content and get it out there, just reach out to us and we'll get you on the live stream and we'll talk bikes. But you knew that. So let's talk about this cool new piece of technology. It's a Cycliq Fly 12 Generation 3 rear-facing bike camera. Behold. It retails for about $229 on the cycliq.com website. If you sign up for their newsletter, I'm sure you can get it for less. I got mine over the Black Friday event. It weighs about 100 grams. It's 7 by 4 centimeters, and centimeters in its dimensions, and it complements the Fly 12 forward-facing camera, and that's the reason I got this. It allows you to have a rear view perspective of what's happening behind you, and that complements, if you got the front facing camera, it complements what's in front of you. I also got it for the same reasons. I got the front facing camera, which was, I want to have some recourse in case I'm involved in a crash and I need to have a record of that. The experts over at Bike Legal and Bike Law will tell you that after checking that everyone's okay, you should start taking pictures of the scene. And this camera allows you to do that and capture the moment, not only for you, but for whoever you're with. And that was the other reason I got it. And then I thought that it would serve as a deterrent. You know, if we all just keep putting up the videos of the bad behavior that we witness on the road, the drivers might get the sense that they should raise their game a little bit. And it might certainly cut down on the really bad stuff of, you know, beer bottles and all that stuff. But I also have realized that this thing, it captures a lot of the good stuff. And that includes seeing your buddies trying to keep up with you, the expressions on their faces, you know, as they're trying to hold your wheel. It also captures the fact that 95% of the drivers out there are giving us all 3 feet. They're giving us the space that we want to have. And, you know, reviewing this video, it, you know, for the most part, you know, it's intensely boring, but it does capture some good other images, like the sunsets or just the perspectives that you wouldn't see otherwise. So that's why I got it. The specs, let's talk about that. The camera is here. It is recording a video on a 1080 by 30 frames per second basis. It has audio in there. It's a wide angle lens, and it comes with a 32 gig card that allows you to record video on a loop for about an hour and a half before it starts overriding itself. It doesn't have a stabilization feature like the front facing camera, so it can be pretty wobbly. The light is here. It's a 60 lumen light. It has various settings, you know, high and low, and solid flashing, and organic, and off. And the battery that powers it all, it can, you know, power these two systems for about 5 hours, depending on the settings that you've got with the light. I've learned that a good hack is to get, you know, the other lights forward and rear, that you can run until they have expired, and then that allows you to run the camera without the light, and that extends the battery life quite a bit. But those are the basic specs. But the essence of this thing is the fact that you can lock or save segments of the loop for future review. You can do it manually or automatically. So if someone comes blowing right by you and then cuts you off, you can hit the Q button, and that will lock 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after the moment you hit that button, and you will be able to take a look at that video when you get back from your ride. It's sort of like moving something from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. Your short-term memory, you forget stuff after a while, but long-term memory, you definitely remember it. And when you hit that button, that's what you're creating. That's a manual. You can do it manually, or it happens automatically. So if you come off your bike, the camera will detect that it's moved more than 30 degrees, and it would automatically activate that feature. So you'll have a record of what actually happened. So that's the essence of this device. Practical tips that I've learned from using this thing for about a month now is you've got to get in the habit of moving the segments that you save off of the card onto your hard drive. If you go around just sort of filling up the saving things, filling up the long-term memory, eventually it will prevent the loop from running. So you will set off on your ride and you'll think that you've got the camera running, but it won't. It'll shut off, and you'll be riding around thinking you're recording everything and that you're in great shape, and you won't have that feature. Also, every time you run it through a puddle on this thing, the lens gets blurred out. The water goes right on there. You have to get in the habit of cleaning it off. It's just a reality. And the other thing I've learned is that hitting the Q button, it sounds very easy. In fact, it's really difficult. I think you have to really practice reaching around back there and tapping it, and then you have to tap it lightly in order for the feature to activate. And to do it with gloves is hard. So like all these devices, it requires quite a bit of practice and internalization. I would also bookmark I had to bookmark the user manual to just make sure I would internalize and learn all of the other sort of aspects of it, which include sounds and lights, and all these things help you really understand and know how the thing works, and you have to make it part of your routine, like putting on your helmet, putting oil in your chain. It has to be part of the routine, because if you don't, if you miss something, if you forget to charge it, you forget to clean off the lens, or if you store too much stuff on the card, it won't be there when you really need it, and that is a terrible feeling. I've missed a couple of great images of I don't know, cars and scenery and all that. It wasn't that important. I can live without that. But you really want these things going when you really need it, and you have to practice and be aware of that. Other things that are worth doing is just downloading the app, interacting with this thing, downloading the app to your phone and interacting with it through your phone, and getting the bundle, I think, is the best thing I did. I bought the whole package, front and rear, on Black Friday, and as a result, I got these sort of rubber container for it, which has this sheath and the lenses. I got all the mounts. The thing was ready to go as soon as it got out of the box. And I got stuck once, and their customer support was really good. So I hope that's useful to you. It's one of those things where you ride with these things, and you see what it captures, and you get a sense of security and empowerment, albeit somewhat false. It is something that you get used to very quickly, and you get to the point where you just don't want to ride without it. It's almost like lights. You ride without lights, you really feel exposed. Same deal with this, and I think it's worth having. Both as recourse, but also to create some really cool images that you can share with your friends and just show what your ride is like. So that's all I got. In case you have any questions, you can let me know. But thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again.